Good morning, children. Today I will begin with the explanation of Act 2, Scene 1. Children, in Act 2, we are moving on to Belmont, the seat of love. The whole of Act 1 had taken place in Venice, which was a place of work, and now we move on to Belmont. This scene takes place in a room in Portia's house. There is a sound of cornets because the Prince of Morocco and his followers, they have come to choose the casket. In the scene we see Portia, her lady in waiting Nerissa, and other attendants. The Prince of Morocco has a very dark complexion. So he tells Portia, "Mislike me, do not hate me, for my complexion, for the dark color of my skin, the shadowed livery of the burnished sun, because this dark color of my skin is because of the bright sun, to whom, to which I am a neighbor. I live very close by." That means the Prince of Morocco comes from the hot countries near the equator, and that is the reason for his dark complexion. And near bred means I am closely related. I am very close to the sun. Then he says, "You can bring me the fairest creature. You can bring me a man with bright complexion from the north, who is born in the north, where Phoebus is." Phoebus means the sun god, the sun. Where sun's fire, where the heat of the sun scarce thaws the icicles. Means in the north, the rays of the sun hardly reach to melt the snow. So you bring me one man from the north, and let us both make incision. Incision means a deep cut for your love, to prove who loves you the most, to prove whose blood is reddest, means who is more courageous, he or me. And I tell thee, I tell you, Lady Portia, this aspect, this dark appearance of mine, hath feared the valiant. Hath feared means it has frightened the brave. And by my love, and with my love for you, I promise, I swear means I promise, the best regarded virgins, the best young girls who are unmarried of our clime in our country have loved it. They too love my dark complexion. I would not change this hue. I do not want to change this dark complexion of mine, except but only to steal your thoughts, means to win your love. If only I am told to change this dark color and win your love, then I will do so. Otherwise, I am happy with my dark complexion. My gentle queen. My gentle queen means I wait for your answer. Now Portia tells him, "Listen, Morocco, in terms of choice, I am not solely led, means I don't have a condition to choose by entire influence of complexion. I cannot choose a person by his complexion, by nice direction of a maiden's eye. I even cannot choose a person because he is pleasing, he is handsome in front of a young girl's eyes. Besides, in addition to this, the lottery of my destiny, the fact of my luck, it bars me, it stops me, it obstructs me from the right of voluntary choosing, from the right of choosing the person whom I like. But if my father had not scanted me, if my father had not deprived me, kept me away from free choice, means from choosing what I want, and hedged me and bound me by his wit, by his intelligence, to yield myself, to give myself his wife as a wife, means to become the wife of the person who wins me, who is able to win me over. By that means by choosing the right casket, as I told you before. So, my dear sir, don't think your complexion will play any role in winning Portia, because I am bound to become wife of the person who chooses the right casket. Yourself, renowned prince, you too, great prince, then stood as fair. You too stand within my eyes as a high or at a high estimation. Then stood as fair as any comer, as any other suitor. You are as important to me, as high in my estimation, just as any other suitor at whom I would have looked with love, or at any suitor who would have looked upon me with the thought of marrying me. Then Morocco says, even for that I thank you. I thank you for giving expressions to such feelings of mine. Therefore, I pray you, I request you, lead me means direct me to the caskets. To try my fortune, let me try my luck. And by this scimitar children is a small sword, curved in nature. So he takes out his sword and says, you can see this scimitar? With this I slew the Sophie prince. I slew the Sophie and the Persian prince. Means I won over the emperor of Persia with this sword. And with this sword only I won 3 fields of Sultan Suleiman. 3 fields means 3 battles against Sultan Suleiman. I would outstare the sternest eyes that look. He says that I am not afraid. To outstare means to gaze at the bold eyes that look upon me. I am not afraid of anyone brave on this earth. I can outbrave the heart most daring on the earth. I can win over. I can challenge a person saying that he is very brave. I can challenge him to pluck the young sucking cubs from the she bear. I can take away the cubs from a she bear when the mother is milking them. Children, when an animal milks or gives milk to the baby, it becomes very ferocious when you draw it away. But Morocco says he can even do that. He is so strong. Yes, yeah means yes. I can mock, I can challenge the lion when he is roaring, when he is hungry for prey. Why? To win thee, to win you, lady. But alas, the while, but I am very sorry that the present moment of winning you does not depend on my courage. Then he gives a reference of Hercules and Lycas. Hercules was the superman of Greek mythology and Lycas was his servant. While citing this example, Morocco wants to say that suppose if Hercules and Lycas were playing a game of dice, then by luck, which is the better man, the greater throw, may turn by fortune, by luck from the weaker hand. Means, though Hercules is undoubtedly braver than Lycas, yet Lycas having a good luck may get the dice such that he may win the game. That totally depends on luck. And so, in that manner, Alcides, the another name for Hercules, Alcides will be beaten by his page. Page means servant. Alcides will be beaten away. Beaten means he will be won over by his servant. And so, in similar way, I too may be won over by someone else who is less deserving than me, because fortune, which is blind. Children, here blind fortune is the reference to goddess fortune. She is supposed to be blindfolded. She cannot see. And that is why it is said that fortune gives to others whatever she feels like. So, similarly, here Morocco says that fortune is leading me blindly. I may miss that. I may miss Portia, which someone unworthier than me may win, may achieve, and then I will die with grieving. I will die out of sorrow. Portia says, listen, prince, you take your chance, you try your luck, and either you do not attempt to choose at all. You think, first you decide whether you will choose or not, or swear or promise before you choose. What should you promise? That if you choose the wrong casket, you will never to speak to lady afterward in way of marriage. Means you can never marry whole of your life. You should never ask a lady to marry you. Therefore, be advised. Take this caution. You listen to my advice. Decide whether you should choose or not. Then the prince says, nor will not. Children, this is a double negative. Nor will not means no, never. I will try. Come, bring me unto my chance. Take me to the trial. Portia says, before that, prince, forward to the temple. Temple here refers to the private chapel. This is a small church in Portia's house only. So she tells him that you come to that chapel. After dinner, your hazard shall be made. After dinner, you risk all what you have. Morocco says, good fortune then. May good luck be with me till then, to make me blessed. Either I will be blessed among men. Why? Because I will win the most desirable lady Portia, or I will be cursed among men. That is, I will be cursed. Why? Because I will never be able to marry again if I do not choose the right casket. After this, children, they all leave the scene because Morocco will go to the private chapel to take an oath. So, children, now this is the end of Act 2, Scene 1. Thank you, children. Again, in the next video, I will upload Act 2, Scene 2. Thank you, children.